I would like to thank Hashem for giving me the opportunity to finish Brochos. It was a very hard undertaking, every morning getting up very early. And just the role, I'd like to say a very short story. And the story goes as follows. When I was preparing this speech, I was thinking, what to say. And it was very hard. It didn't come to me easily. And that's how I knew that whatever I'm going to say now is obviously very important. Because if it would have come easily to me, then I knew that it wasn't so important. The fact that it was difficult, I knew that it was something very important. And just yesterday, as I was leaving shul, I realized what I wanted to say. When I was in boarding school in Gateshead, there was a certain Rebbe called Rabbi Weiniger who came to me, and he was I couldn't stay in class, I wasn't the best kid, and Rabbi Weiniger used to come every day and used to try and encourage me to learn Gemara, and I just didn't want to listen to any of it, I didn't want to do any of it. And one day he came into the school and he said to me, don't tell anyone this, but I really want you to try and learn 1-2 lines of Gemara, and if you do it, I'll give you £100. And for me at the time, this was a huge amount of money, £100 for a small boy, especially in Gateshead. And I was a bit surprised, but I said, you know what, he wants me to learn Gemara, no problem. And it always stuck in my head, it's like, why did he care so much that I should learn Gemara? It's like usually there's something in it for somebody else, usually there's like a deal, there's ulterior motive. I was thinking, why did he care so much that I should learn 1 line of Gemara? Anyway, turns out that now I'm making my first Siyum at 26 years old. I'm still early, probably Akiva only learned to read at 40. But now I'm making my first Siyum, and only yesterday I realized what to say, and I'm going to say why I realized it. A few months ago, when I thought about this story, and I called up Rabbi Weiniger in Gateshead, and I said to him, you know who I am? I was like, yes. I said, do you remember you gave me £100? And he's like, yes, of course. I was like, you're probably wondering then if you thought if it was the right thing to do. And he said, yes, I was wondering. And I said to him, I just want you to know that you did the right thing. Because this morning, I got up at 5:20 and I went to Lutz, Kol, or Shmuel, and I learned. And when I came here that day, I saw 2 boys outside smoking. And I walked over to the boy and I said, do me a favor. There's 2 boys. I said, I want to give you $20 each to buy your next box of cigarettes. And when you make your first Siyum, you should call me. And yesterday, I'm not changing any details of this. Yesterday I walked out for the very first time since that story. The boy came over to me and he shook my hand and he says, by the way, I want to let you know, I'm making my first Siyum. I thought that was an amazing story. So one more thing I want to say is that the Yetzer Hara makes us suffer a lot, and sometimes we don't know, and we don't know why it makes us suffer and why we have to suffer. But on the day that I finished, I was saying a Kapitel Tehillim that day, and the Tehillim that I was saying on the day that I finished was Shir HaMalois, the Ozi Molech Pinu, that no matter what we're suffering, no matter what we're going through, one day we're going to laugh at this, and we're going to turn around and say, this is what it was, this is the biggest joke. So you should just know when it's hard, when it's suffering, that's how you know you're doing the right thing, and that's how you know you're on the right track. Thank you very much.